Hi guys, today I want to thank you for purchasing your new passport from us here at Rich & Sons. Today we're going to go over the Passport Grand Touring with you. It may not be exactly the same on yours, but overall it's going to be pretty close. Alright guys, so first off, most important step, you're going to want to plug your coach in to power. You're not going to have an extension cord like this, but you will have a breaker box next to your campsite there. So what you're going to do is lift this little flap up. You're going to have about 20 foot of cord, so you can pull that out so you can reach that power box. And what you're going to do is just plug that thing in to get power to the coach. Alright guys, you're going to have stabilizer jacks on all four corners. Pretty simple. Put the handle on, crank it down until it's snug. Now these aren't to level your camper out, it's just strictly for stability, so pretty easy to do. Another option, you can do a drill on a 3/4 inch, put a 3/4 inch socket on there, zip those right up and down, it's a little bit quicker. So this right here is going to be your hot water heater. It is 6-gallon gas and electric. Pretty simple to use. When you guys get to the campground, there's going to be a plug in there. Thread that plug down here, then you can get that water filled up and get your water warmed up. Your new Passport's going to come with a new battery in the front. It is going to come installed in a battery box located right here on the front of the camper. Alright, so this is going to be your fresh water drain right here. When you get done camping, you want to drain out your freshwater tank. You're going to simply come over here, twist this cap off, and that'll drain your freshwater tank. Alright guys, these are going to be your low point drains. Obviously the red one's going to be your hot water and the blue is going to be your cold. What you're going to do if you're not going to use your camper for a while, just unplug or unscrew these on both valves there, and that'll kind of drain your lines out so it doesn't build up a smell. Also, when it gets colder out, you're going to want to drain those lines so nothing freezes up. Alright guys, this is going to be your breakaway cable right here. Always have this hooked up to the back of your pickup. If it does ever come unhooked, this will pull right out and it'll apply the brakes to your camper. Moving to the dump valves, you're going to have your black and gray tank valves back here. It does say up here on the top what's what. This is going to be your black tank on the right. You always want to pull that black tank first. Never pull it unless there's a hose hooked up here going into the sewer. You're always going to pull that black tank first and then the gray tank. That'll kind of flush out that hose so there's no solids in there. So if you guys bought a Grand Touring or Elite, it is going to be prepped with a backup camera. It is wired and framed for a backup camera. If you wanted to add one, it makes it much easier to back into that camping stall. If your Passport does have a slide on it, you're going to want to go ahead and locate the monitor panel. Usually it's right when you walk in the door, and you'll go ahead and to run the slide out, pull the button. Right next to the slide out button, you're going to have your porch light. That'll turn on the light out on the exterior, and then the ceiling light in here. Up above that, you're going to have your water heater, it'll say. You'll have gas and electric. If you just want to run off propane, you'll just turn the gas one on. If you want to run off electric, you'll just turn that on. If you want to heat it up twice as fast, you can run with them both on. Next to that, you're going to have your water pump. If you are dry camping, you don't have any water hookups, you just have water in your tank. Kick that water pump on, and that'll pump the water through the lines. Right next to it, you're going to have the awning. Hold it in and out. Pretty simple to run. And then you're going to have your monitoring panel or tank monitoring system right here. Battery, fresh water, black water, 2 blacks, and then gray water. Kind of tell you where they're at. So right underneath your TV, you're going to have your TV antenna booster. There is a little button there, so if you're not getting any channels, what you're going to do is push that on. There will be a little green light that shows, and you should be able to get some local channels. So on your stereo here, you're going to have a couple different selections for interior and exterior speakers. There'll be a Zone 1 and a Zone 2. The Zone 1 is inside, so you'll push that. They'll turn on inside. If you want them on outside as well, you'll push Zone 2. There's a little button there. And now they're on all throughout. So in your Passport, you're going to have a little brown panel like this. Go ahead and push in on that middle button there. This is going to be all your breakers and fuses. So if you do end up having a fuse out, there'll be a little red light that turns on and tell you which fuse is out. That way you don't have to dig through all of them, so you can pull that fuse in and replace it pretty easily. All your main controls, breakers, all that stuff are right here. Pretty simple. There's a little chart right next to it. Right here is going to be your refrigerator controls. You go ahead and turn that to the on position. If you want to run off gas, you'll push this so it's out. You won't have an auto light there. If you want to run off electric, you'll push that in. And if you, for some reason, your electricity goes out, it will automatically switch over to gas. Moving to the stove and oven, in order to light your stove top, you're going to go ahead and pick which burner. There's a little diagram here next to each knob. So if you're going to light this one right back here, you're going to turn it on to light, get a long match or a long lighter, and that'll light that up. When you're done using it, you simply make sure that's turned back to off position. Moving down to the oven, you will have a pilot light button on here. You're going to always go to that. Light that with a match or a long lighter. There's a the light pilot light down here, and you're going to go ahead and hold that pilot button in, crank it up to your temperature, and then go ahead and shut that door and it'll preheat for you. So in order to operate your air conditioning or heat, you're going to go ahead and find this. Hit the power button, and you can scan through the mode here. If you want to run your air conditioner or furnace, you just keep tapping that and you can adjust the controls to your comfort level. Alright guys, so you had a successful camping trip, getting ready to head out. You want to make sure everything's stowed away properly, so first thing you're going to do is button this TV up so it doesn't come out when you're going down the road. Just tighten that up a little bit. Make sure all your cabinets are shut, drawers are shut, doors. Just make sure everything's stowed away properly to keep it from bouncing around while you're going down the road. Alright guys, once again we want to thank you for your purchase here at Rich & Sons, and if you have any issues out when you're out camping, don't hesitate to call us, 308-384-2040. Happy camping!